Hello, I'm Kate Connolly, President of the Lethbridge Shakespeare Performance Society. For the past 8 years, we have been presenting our Shakespeare in the Park productions in the Galt Gardens in the centre of Lethbridge, Alberta. But the COVID pandemic has put a stop to that, and like many other arts organisations all over the world, we have had to adapt. Next year, we do plan to be back in the Galt Gardens with a full-scale Shakespeare in the Park production. But in these COVID times, we are proud to present an online version of the Merry Wives of Windsor, one of Shakespeare's most light-hearted and farcical plays, featuring Sir John Falstaff and his fumbling attempts to seduce two wealthy married women, the Merry Wives. I'd like to thank our two major sponsors, the City of Lethbridge through their Heart of Our City grant programme and Young Insurance Agency. Other supporters include the Gate Church, the Allied Arts Council, and Jaded Body Arts, whose owner, Curtis Mueller, is soon to open a new wine bar in the centre of Lethbridge, Steel and Vines. Many of our downtown small businesses have suffered greatly during this pandemic, and Curtis's Wine Bar is a much-needed part of that revitalisation. To our audiences, wherever you are, I'd ask you to consider donating to a local performing arts organisation or to our own organisation by following the link on this page. The Merry Wives of Windsor was adapted and directed by John Paulson. We hope you enjoy the performance.
My name is Jenna Lowe, and I will be playing Sir John Falstaff.
My name is Cole Fetting, and I will be playing Ford and Brooke.
I'm Chris Kyle Peterson, and I will be playing Pistol and Mistress Ford.
I'm Kaylee Johnson, and I will be your narrator.
I'm Kate Connolly, and I'll be playing Sir Hugh Evans, the Welsh parson.
I'm Trevor Lohman, and I will be playing Paige.
My name's Tina Martins, and I'll be playing Mistress Paige.
I'm Avery Olson. I'll be playing Anne Page and the host.
My name's Jonathan Zimmer, and I'll be playing Fenton and Nim.
I'm Addison Gantner, and I'll be playing Mistress Quickly.
I'm Jeff Graham, and I'll be playing Shallow and Dr. Caius.
My name is Chelsea Fitzsimmons, and I'll be playing Slender.
The
Merry Wives of Windsor
by William Shakespeare.
Adapted by John Paulson.
The story of the Merry Wives of Windsor is set in the town of Windsor, England. An important plot revolves around
Anne Page, sometimes called Nan Page. I am in love with gentle Master Fenton.
How does pretty Mistress Anne?
But Anne's father does not approve of her choice in Fenton.
I see I cannot get thy father's love. Therefore no more turn me to him, sweet man.
I have two other suitors, Slender and Dr. Caius.
The second suitor, Abraham Slender, is coached by his cousin, Justice Shallow, and by Sir Hugh Evans, who, as the minister, tries to help everyone.
I am of the church, and I will be glad to do my benevolence to make atonements and compromises between you.
Abraham Slender, can you love Anne Page?
Anne Page, which is daughter of Thomas Page, which is pretty virginity.
Mistress Anne Page, she has brown hair and speaks small like a woman.
Sir Hugh Evans is from Wales and speaks with a heavy Welsh accent.
That is the very person in all the world, or just as you will desire, and £700 of monies and gold and silver. It were a good motion to desire a marriage between Master Abraham and Mistress Anne Page.
Did her grandsire leave her £700?
Aye, and her father will leave her a better penny.
I know the young gentlewoman. She has good gifts.
Well, £700 and possibilities is good gifts.
The three decide to meet with Anne Page's father. They are concerned because Sir John Falstaff is visiting Master Page.
Well, let us see, honest Master Page. Is Falstaff there?
Shall I tell you a lie? I do despise a liar as much as I despise one that is false, or as I despise one that is untrue. The knight Sir John is there, and I beseech you to be ruled by your well-wishers. I will peep the door for you. What ho! God bless this house!
Who is there?
Here is God's blessing, and your friend, and Justice Shallow, and here is young Master Slender.
I am glad to see your worships well.
Master Page, I'm glad to see you. Much good do it your good heart. How doth Mistress Page? Oh, and I thank you always, with my heart, with my heart.
Sir, I thank you.
Oh, sir, I thank you, by yea and no I do.
I'm glad to see you, good Master Slender.
How does your greyhound, sir? I heard say he was run out on council.
Oh, could not be judged, sir.
You'll not confess, you'll not confess.
That he will not. 'Tis your fault, 'tis your fault. 'Tis a good dog.
A cur, sir.
'Tis a good dog, sir, and a fair dog. Can more be said? Is Sir John Falstaff here?
Sir, he is within, and I would I could do a good office between you.
He hath wronged me, Master Page.
Sir, he doth in some sort confess it.
If it be confessed, it is not redressed. Is not that so? He hath wronged me, indeed he hath, at a word he hath. Believe me, Robert Shallow Esquire saith, he is wronged.
Suddenly, Sir John Falstaff appears out of Page's home. Falstaff is a large, aging knight.
Here comes Sir John.
Sir John Falstaff is accused of poaching on Robert Shallow's land.
Now, Master Shallow, you will complain of me to the king?
I will make a Star Chamber matter of it. You shall not abuse Robert Shallow Esquire. Knight, you have beaten my men, killed my deer, and broke open my lodge.
Ah, but not kissed your keeper's daughter?
This shall be answered.
I will answer it straight. I have done all this. That is thy answer.
The council shall know this.
You'll be laughed at.
Falstaff is also accused of hitting Shallow's cousin Slender.
Slender! I broke but your head. What matter of you against me?
And picking his pocket.
Mary, sir, I have a matter in my head against you and against your pony-catching rascals, Nim and Pistol.
Nim and Pistol are thieves who work for Falstaff. Nim insults Slender.
You Banbury cheese.
Pistol, did you pick Master Slender's purse?
I diddy.
Word of denial, foreign scum, thou lawyest.
Was he? For though I cannot remember what I did, when you makes me drunk, I am not altogether an ass.
And being so, for my part, I'd say the gentleman had drunk himself out of his 5 sentences.
No, it is his 5 senses. Fie, what ignorance it is.
And being so, sir, was, as they say, cashiered.
I will never be drunk whilst I live again, but an honest, civil, godly company. I be drunk with those who have the fear of God, and not with drunken knaves.
Now that is a virtuous mind.
You hear all these matters denied, gentlemen. You hear it.
The quarrel is interrupted by Anne Page and her mother bringing in some wine.
Daughter, carry the wine in. We'll drink within.
Oh, heaven, this is Mistress Anne Page.
Mistress Ford enters, and Falstaff kisses her.
Oh, Mistress Ford, by my troth, you are well met. By your leave, Mistress Ford.
Ugh.
Wife, bid these gentlemen welcome. Come, gentlemen. I hope we shall drink down all and kindness.
All but Slender, Shallow, and Sir Hugh Evans go into the house. Shallow and Sir Hugh try to teach Slender how to woo Anne Page.
Come, we stay for you. A word with you. There is, as 'twere, a kind of tender made by Sir Hugh here. Do you understand me?
Aye, sir, shall find you reasonable. If it be so, I shall do that. That is reason.
Nay, but understand me.
So I do, sir.
Now give ear to him, Master Slender. I will description the matter to you.
Nay, I will do as Shallow says. I pray you, he is justice of the peace.
But that is not the question. The question is concerning your marriage.
Aye, there is the point, sir.
Marry it is, the very point of it, to Mistress Anne Page.
Why, if it be so, I will marry her upon any reasonable demands.
But can you affection the woman? Let us command to know that of your mouth and of your lips. Therefore, precisely, can you carry your goodwill towards the maid?
Cousin Abraham Slender, can you love her?
I hope, sir. I will do what as it shall become one. I will do reason.
Nay, God's lords and ladies, you must speak positable if you can carry your desires towards her.
Oh, that you must. Will you, upon good dowry, marry her?
I will do a greater thing than that upon your request.
Nay, conceive me. What I do is to pleasure you. Can you love the maid?
I will marry her, sir, at your request, but if there be no great love in the beginning, yet heaven may decrease it upon better acquaintance. When we are married and have our occasion to know one another, I hope upon familiarity will grow more contempt. But if you say marry her, I will marry her. That I am freely dissolved and dissolutely.
Oh, that is a very discretion answer. Saith the word dissolutely. His meaning is good.
I think he meant well.
Re-enter Anne Page.
Would I were young for your sake, Mistress Anne.
The dinner is on the table. My father desires your company.
I will wait on him, fair Mistress Anne.
Odds blessed will. I will not be absent at the grace.
Will it please your worship to come in, sir?
No, thank you. Forsooth, heartily, I am very well.
The dinner awaits you, sir. I may not go in without your worship. They will not sit till you come.
In faith, owing nothing. I thank you as much as though I did.
I pray you, sir, walk in.
I'd rather walk here. I thank you. I bruised my shin the other day.
Re-enter Anne Page's father.
Come, gentle Master Slender, come! We stay for you.
Owing nothing. I thank you, sir.
By cock and pie, you shall not choose, sir. Come.
Mistress Anne, myself shall go first.
Not I, sir. Pray you. Keep on.
I'll rather be unmannerly than troublesome law.
Slender and Anne Page go into the house. The scene shifts to a local tavern called the Garter. Falstaff conspires with his followers about how to make money.
Well, sirs, I am almost out at heels. There is no remedy. I must coney catch. I must shift.
Falstaff has just fired one of his pickpockets, Bardolph.
I am glad I am so acquit of this tinderbox. His thefts were too open. His filching was like an unskilled singer. He kept not time.
Falstaff talks to his other thieves, Nym
The good humour is to steal at the minimum rest.
and Pistol.
Young ravens must have food.
Falstaff shares his plan with his bandit servants.
Which of you knows Ford of this town?
I ken the white. He is a good substance.
My honest lads, I will tell you what I am about.
2 yards and more?
No quips now, Pistol. Indeed, I am in the waist 2 yards about, but I am now about no waste. I am about thrift. Briefly, I do mean to make love to Ford's wife. I spy entertainment in her. She discourses, she carves, she gives the leer of invitation.
He has studied her will and translated her will.
Ah, now the report goes that she has all the rule of her husband's purse.
Oh, the humour rises, it is good.
I have writ me here a letter to her, and here another to Page's wife, who even now also gave me good eyes, examined my parts. Sometimes the beam of her eye gilded my foot, And sometimes my portly belly.
Then did the sun on the dunghill shine.
Thanks you for the humor.
Oh, she did. So coarse over my exteriors with such greedy intention that the appetite of her eye did seem to scorch me up like a burning glass. I will be cheater to them both. They shall be my East and my West Indies, and I shall trade with them both. Go thou, bear this letter to Mistress Page, and this to Mistress Ford. We will thrive, lads. We will thrive.
Pistol asks for a loan, but Falstaff refuses.
I will not lend thee a penny.
Why then the world's my oyster, which I with sword will open.
Not a penny. I have graded upon my good friends for 3 reprieves for you and your coach fellow Nym, else you should have looked through the grate like a Gemini of baboons. I'll be damned for swearing to gentlemen, my friends, that you were tall fellows and good soldiers. And when Mistress Bridget lost the handle to her fan, who took it upon his honor that you had it not?
Didst thou not share? Hast thou not 15 pence?
Oh, thinkest thou I'll endanger my soul gratis? Go away, avaunt, vanish like hailstones. Bye.
After firing Pistol and Nym, Falstaff leaves, but his ex-employees stay and plot revenge.
Let vultures gripe thy guts.
I have humours of revenge.
Wilt thou revenge?
Oh, by Welkin and her stock.
With wit or steel?
Oh, with both humours. I will discuss this humour with Page.
And like to forge shall I unfold how Falstaff violet file. His dove will prove, his gold will hold, and his soft couch defoil.
Oh, my humour shall not cool. I will incense Page to deal with poison. I will possess him with yellowness.
I second thee, troop on!
And Page's third suitor is the French Dr. Caius. He has a quick temper and speaks with a heavy French accent. His servant, Mistress Quickly, says of him,
"Here will be an old abusing of God's patience and the King's English."
Dr. Caius thinks that Sir Hugh Evans is also courting Anne Page and challenges Sir Hugh to a duel in a letter.
You, Jacqueline, give this letter to Sir Hugh, by gar. It is a challenge. I will cut his throat in the park. Oh, I will teach the jackdog priest to meddle or meh. Oh, by gar, I will cut off his 2 stones. By gar, he will have no stone to throw for his dog. Oh, by gar, I will kill the jackdog priest. By gar, I will have myself and pay.
Dr. Caius becomes impatient waiting for Sir Hugh to arrive.
What is the clock? Past the hour? By gar, he has said his soul that he is no come. He pray his Bible well that he is no come. By gar, he is dead already if he comes.
Suddenly, the host of the inn arrives.
Bless thee, bully doctor!
What be you come for?
Well, to see thee fight, to see thee traverse, to see thee here, to see thee there, to see thee pass thy punto, thy reverse.
By gar, he is the coward jackdog priest of the borough. He is not show his face.
Thou art Hector of Greece, a king urinal.
I pray you bear witness that we have stayed 6 or 7, 2 or 3 hours, and he is not come.
Dr. Caius shows just how he will kill Sir Hugh.
But gar, the herring is not so dead as when I will kill him. I will show you. I'll take the rapier, la, and I will kill him, la, but gar, with my rapier, la.
Sir Hugh Evans arrives and is confronted by Dr. Caius.
I pray you, let me speak a word in your ear, therefore you will not meet me.
The host of the local tavern tries to calm the situation.
Disarm them and let them question. Let them keep their limbs whole and hack our English.
Pray you, use your patience.
By God, you are the coward! Jack Dog John A!
Pray you, let us not be laughing stocks to other men's humours.
Oh, diable, by God, he will kill the Jack Dog priest, eh? Oh, for he speak for a jackanapes to Anne Page.
But I desire you in friendship, and I will make amends.
Oh, scurvy Jack Dog priest! By God, me will cut off his ears! Oh, diable! For he speak for a jackanapes, huh? And then, my host of deserter, did I not stay here just to kill him?
As I am a Christian soul, now look you, I'll be judgment by mine host of the garter.
Peace, I say! Gallia and Gaul, French and Welsh, soul curer and body curer.
Aye, that's very good. Excellent.
Peace, I say! Shall I lose my doctor? No, he gives to me potions and the motions. Shall I lose my parson, my priest, my Sir Hugh? No, he gives me the proverbs and the no-verbs. Give me thy hand terrestrial, so. Give me thy hand celestial, so. Boys of art, come lay your swords. Follow me, lads of peace.
I desire that we may be friends. Now let us knock our brains together.
By God, with all of my heart.
In the next scene, Falstaff's ex-servant Pistol goes to warn Ford about Falstaff's plan to seduce Ford's wife.
Sir John affects thy wife.
Why, sir? My wife is not young.
We woos both high and low, both rich and poor, both young and old.
Of my wife?
With liver banging order.
What? Name, sir?
John Falstaff. Take heed, have open eyes, for thieves do foot by night. Take heed, ere the cuckoo bird do sing.
Falstaff's ex-servant Nym goes to warn Page about Falstaff's plan to seduce Page's wife.
This is true. I like not the humour of lying. He hath wronged me. He loves your wife, and there is the short and the long. My name is Nym, and I speak 'tis true. Falstaff loves your wife. Adieu.
Page and Ford decide to revenge themselves on Falstaff.
You heard what these knaves have told, did you not? Did you think there was truth in them?
Aye. Marry. If he should intend this voyage towards my wife, I would turn her loose to him. And what? He gets more of her than sharp words. Let it lie on my head.
Page leaves, and Ford thinks about how to decide whether his wife is being unfaithful.
I do not misdoubt my wife, but would be loath to turn them together. A man may be too confident. I would have nothing lie on my head. I cannot be thus satisfied. Though Page be a secure fool and stand so firmly on his wife's frailty, yet I cannot put off my opinion so easily. Well, I will look into it. I have a disguise to sound Falstaff. If I find her honest, I lose not my labor. If I find her otherwise, 'tis labor well bestowed.
Act 2 starts with Mistress Page reading the letter she received from Falstaff.
What? Have I escaped love letters in the holiday time of my beauty, and am now a subject for them? Let me see. Ask me no reason why I love you. You are not young, no more am I. Go to then. There is sympathy. You are married, so am I. Then there is more sympathy. You love wine, and so do I. I love thee. I say love me. By me, thine own true knight, by day or night, or any kind of light, with all his might for thee to fight, John Falstaff. Oh, wicked world! What unweighted behavior hath this drunkard picked out of my conversation that he dares assay me? He hath not been thrice in mine own company. What should I say to him? Heaven forgive me, how will I be revenged on him? For revenged I will be, as sure as guts are made of pudding.
Mistress Ford enters.
Mistress Page, trust me, I was coming to your house. And trust me, I was coming to you. Mistress Page, give me some counsel. What is the matter? Weeper daylight, here, read. I should be the worst of fat men. What tempest through this whale with so many
many tons of oil in his belly ashore at Windsor! How shall I be revenged on him? I think the best way is to entertain him with hope, till the wicked fire of lust have melted him in his own grease! Ugh, did you ever see the like?
The two women realize that the letters are identical.
Letter for letter, but that the name of Page and Ford differs. Here is the twin brother of my letter. I warrant he hath 1,000 of these writ with the blank space for different names.
Why, this is the very same. The very hand, the very words. What does he think of us?
Nay, I know not. It makes me almost ready to wrangle mine own honesty. I'll entertain myself like one I am not acquainted with, but unless he know some strain in me that I not know myself, he would never have boarded me in this fury.
Boarding, call you it? Ugh. I'll be sure to keep him above deck.
So will I. Let's be revenged on him. Let's appoint him a meeting, give him a show of comfort, and lead him on.
I will agree to act any villainy against him that may not sully the chariness of our honesty. That my husband had seen this letter, it would give eternal food to his jealousy. Let's consult together against this greasy night.
Mistresses Page and Ford convince Mistress Quickly to help them.
Look, who comes yonder? She will be our message.
Trust me, I've thought on her. She will fit.
Mistress Page greets Mistress Quickly.
You are come to see my daughter Anne.
Aye, forsooth, and I pray, how does good Mistress Anne?
Come in with us and see. We'll have an hour's talk with you.
Aye, forsooth. Aye, come hither.
Mistress Quickly is sent with a message for Falstaff.
Give your worship good morrow.
Oh, good morrow.
Shall I vouchsafe your worship a word or two?
Oh, 2,000, my fair woman.
There is one Mistress Ford, sir.
Well, yeah, Mistress Ford, what of her?
Why, she is a good creature. Lord, your worship is a wanton. Well, heaven forgive you. And all of us.
Mistress Ford, come. Mistress Ford.
Mary, this is the short and the long of it. You have brought her into such a canary as 'tis wonderful. The best court of them all in the court lay at Windsor could never have brought her to such a canary. Yet there have been knights and lords and gentlemen with their coaches. I warrant you, coach after coach, letter after letter, gift after gift, smelling so sweetly. That would have won any woman's heart, and I warrant they could never get an eye wink of her.
But what says she to me? Be brief, my good she Mercury.
Mary, she hath received your letter, for which she thanks you 1,000 times, and gives you to notify that her husband will be absent from his house between 10 and 11.
10 and 11.
Forsooth, and then you may come and see the picture she says that you want. Her Master Ford, her husband, will be from home. Alas, he's a very jealous man.
10 and 11. Woman, commend me to her. I will not fail her.
I have another message for your worship. Mistress Page hath her hearty commendations to you too, and let me tell you in your ear, she is as virtuous a civil modest wife, and one, I tell you, that will not miss morning nor evening prayer. She bade me tell your worship that her husband is seldom from home, but she hopes there will come a time. Surely I think you have charms.
I assure thee, setting aside the attractions of my good parts, I have no other charms. But I pray thee, tell me this. Have Ford's wife and Page's wife acquainted each other how they do love me?
That were a jest indeed. They have not so little grace.
Ford disguises himself as Mr. Brooke and goes to speak to Falstaff to find out whether his wife is being unfaithful.
Good Sir John Falstaff, my name is Brooke, and I have a bag of money. For they say if money goes before, all ways do lie open.
Money is a good soldier, sir, and will on.
Sir, I hear you are a scholar. I shall be brief with you. You are a man known well to me.
Very well, sir. Proceed.
There is a gentle woman in this town. Her husband's name is Ford. Long have I loved and bestowed much on her. I have pursued her, but have received none, unless experience be a jewel that I have purchased at an infinite rate.
Have you received No promise of satisfaction at her hand?
None.
What quality was thy love then?
Like a fair house built on another man's grounds, so long that I have lost my edifice that I have forgotten where I erected it.
To what purpose have you unfolded this to me?
Sir John, here is the heart of my purpose. You are a gentleman of excellent breeding, admirable, of great discourse, authentic in your place in person. Use your art of wooing. Win consent to her, for if any man may, you may as soon as any.
How would it apply to your affection that I should win what you would enjoy?
She stands too firmly on her honor that I dare not present myself. She shines too brightly. I would drive her from her purity, her reputation, and her marriage vow. What say you, Sir John?
Master Book. First, I will make bold with your money. And next, give me your hand. And as I am a gentleman, you shall, if you will, enjoy Ford's wife.
Oh, good sir.
I say you shall.
Sir, you shall want none.
I say I shall be with her between 10 and 11, for at that time the jealous, rascally knave, her husband, will be forth. Come to me at night, and you will know how I speed.
Do you know Ford, sir?
Poor cuckoldy knave! I know him not. Yet I do wrong him to call him poor, for they say that the wittly fool hath masses of money. Hang him.
Why would you know, Ford, sir, that you might avoid him if you saw him?
Hang him, mechanical saltbutter rogue. I will predominate over the peasant, and thou shalt lie with his wife.
Falstaff leaves, and Ford rants his anger.
Oh, what a damned rascal is this! My heart is ready to break with impatience. My wife hath sent for him. The match is made. The hour is fixed. See the hell of having a false woman? My bed shall be abused, my coffers ransacked, and my reputation gnawed at. 11 o'clock the hour. I will prevent it. Detect my wife, revenge on Falstaff, and laugh at Page. I will go too. Better 3 hours too early than a minute too late. 5, 5, 5. Cuckold! Cuckold! Cuckold!
Master Ford leaves the garter where he spoke to Falstaff and meets Mistress Page.
How? Now, Mistress Page, whither go you?
Truly, sir, to see your wife. Is she at home?
Aye, and idle as she may be to hang with you and want for better company. I should think that if both your husbands were dead, you two would marry.
Be sure of that. 2 other husbands.
Ford notices that Mistress Page has a new servant who has served Sir John Falstaff.
Sir John Falstaff.
Mistress Page leaves, and Ford is amazed.
Hath Page any eyes? Hath he any brains? Hath he any thinking? Sure they sleep, he hath no use of them. Now, this boy has a letter from Falstaff, and she is going to my wife, and Falstaff's boy with her. Plots have I laid, and are revolted by sheer damnation. I will take them. My assurance does bid me search. I will find Falstaff. I shall be praised for this rather than mocked, for I'm sure that if the earth is firm, Falstaff is there. I will go.
Meanwhile, Mistresses Page and Ford have been plotting.
John and
they
Robert.
call in 2 strong serving men.
John and Robert. Be ready here hard by in the brew house. When suddenly I call you, take this basket on your shoulders and trudge with it in all haste and empty it in the muddy ditch close by the tents.
Mistress Page hides close by.
I will go hide me.
Mistress Page, remember your cue.
I warrant thee, if I do not act it, it's me.
Falstaff enters, expecting to be warmly greeted by Mistress Ford.
Have I caught thee, my heavenly jewel? Why now, let me die, for I have lived long enough. This is the period of my ambition. Oh, blessed hour.
Oh, sweet,
Sir John.
Mistress Ford! I cannot prate. I would make you my lady.
Oh, your lady, Sir John. Alas, I should be a beautiful lady.
I see how thine eye would emulate the diamond. What made me love thee? Let me persuade thee. There is something extraordinary in thee. I cannot love but thee, none but thee, and thou deserve it.
Do not betray me, sir. I fear you love Mistress Page.
Thou might as well say I love to walk by the reek of a lime kiln.
Well, heaven knows how I love you, and you will one day find out.
Keep that in mind. I will deserve it.
Suddenly, Mistress Page returns.
Mistress Ford! What have you done? You are overthrown. You are shamed. You are undone forever.
Oh, alas, what is the matter?
Your husband is coming hither, woman, with all the officers in Windsor.
What shall I do? There is a gentleman, dear friend.
Oh, for shame. Your husband is here at hand. Bethink you of some conveyance in the house? Here you cannot hide him. Look, there is a basket. You may creep in there and throw foul linen on him.
He is too big to go in there.
Falstaff panics. He cries out.
Oh, let me see it. Let me see it. I will in.
Mistress Page confronts Falstaff about sending letters to both wives.
What, Sir John? Are these your letters, knight?
I love thee. Help me away. Let me creep in there.
Falstaff squeezes into the basket and is covered with dirty laundry.
John and Robert, carry this to the laundress.
Ford, the jealous husband, arrives.
Gentlemen, I have dreamed tonight. I shall tell you my dream. Here are my keys.
Page, the French Dr. Caius, and Sir Hugh Evans have come with Ford.
Gentlemen, if I suspect without cause, why did it make sport of me? Why not jest at me?
Ford asks about the basket of dirty laundry.
How now? Whither bear you this?
Why? What have you whither they bear it?
The laundry, or buck basket, is carried out.
Ascend my chambers. Search, seek. I warn you, we shall unkennel this fox.
Good Master Ford, be contented. You wrong yourself too much.
Why, this is very fantastical humours and jealousies.
Bagarre is not the fashion of France, eh? It is not jealous in France.
While the men search the house, the wives scheme.
Is there not a double excellency in this?
I know not which pleases me better, that my husband is deceived or Sir John. I think my husband had some special suspicion of Falstaff's being here, for I never saw him so gross in his jealousy till now.
I will lay a plot to try that, and yet we will have more tricks from Falstaff. His dissolute disease will scarce obey the medicine. Let it be set for tomorrow, 8 o'clock.
The men return, and Ford is mocked for being so jealous.
Heaven make you better than your thoughts.
You do yourself mighty wrong, Master Ford.
'Tis true. 'Tis true. I suffer for it.
I saw no poddy in the house, or in the chambers, or in the coffers.
Bagarre, there are no bodies.
Fie, Master Ford, are you not ashamed? What devil would suggest this imagination? I would not have your temper for the wealth of Windsor Castle.
'Tis true. 'Tis true. I suffer for it.
You suffer for a bad conscience. Your wife is as honest a woman as I would desire among 5,500 too.
Bagarre, I see 'tis an honest woman.
Come in. I pray you pardon me. I shall make known to you what I have done tonight. Come, wife. Come, Mistress Page. Pardon me. I pray you. Pray heartily. Pardon me?
I do invite you tomorrow to my house for breakfast.
Anything.
If there is one, I shall make two in company.
Oh, if there be one and two, then I'll make it a third.
Fenton comes to visit Anne Page in her home. They two want to get married.
I see I cannot get thy father's love, therefore no more turn me to him, sweet Nan.
Alas, how then?
Why, thou must be thyself. He doth object I am too great a birth, besides this other bars he lays before me, my riots past, my wild societies, and tells me 'tis a thing impossible but to love thee but as property.
Maybe he tells you true.
No, so heaven speed me in my time to come, and wooing thee I found thee of more value than sums in gold or stamps in sealed bags, and 'tis the riches of thyself that I now aim at.
Gentle Master Fenton, yet seek my father's love, still seek it, sir. If opportunity and humblest suit cannot attain it, why then... Hark you hither.
Anne and Fenton go to leave, but Shallow, Slender's cousin, stops them.
Hark ye, Anne Page, Master Slender would speak a word with you.
Fenton stands apart and Anne responds to Shallow. Then, in an aside, complains about Slender, her father's choice in husband for her.
I come to him. This is my father's choice. Oh, what a world of vile, ill-favored faults.
Shallow encourages Slender.
She is coming. To her cousin, oh boy that has a father.
I had a father, Mr. Sand. My cousin could tell you good jests of him. Pray you, cousin, tell Mr. Sand a jest. How my cousin stole 2 geese out of a pan.
Mistress Anne, my cousin loves you.
Aye, that I do. As well as I love any woman in Gloucestershire.
He will maintain you like a gentlewoman.
Aye, that I will.
He will make you 150 pounds.
Good Master Shallow, let him woo for himself.
Shallow leaves and lets Slender speak for himself.
Now, Master Slender.
Now, good Mr. Sand.
What is your will?
My will? That's a pretty jest indeed. I never need my will yet. I thank heaven I'm not such a sickly creature. I give heaven praise.
I mean, Master Slender, what would you with me?
Truly, for mine own part, I will or nothing with you. Your father and my cousin have made motions if it be my luck. They can tell you how things go better than I can. You may ask your father. Here he comes.
Page and Mistress Page arrive. Page is happy to see Slender wooing Anne, but angry that Fenton is present.
Now, good Master Slender, love him, daughter Anne. Oh, why, how now? What does Master Fenton here? You wrong me, sir, thus to still haunt my house. I told you, sir, that my daughter is disposed of.
Nay, Master Page, be not impatient.
Good Master Fenton, come not to my child.
She is no match for you.
Sir, will you hear me?
No, good Master Fenton. Come, Master Shallow, come, son Slender, in. Knowing my mind, you're wrong me, Master Fenton.
Page, Shallow, and Slender go into the house, and Fenton pleads with Mistress Page.
Gentle mistress, for that I love your daughter in such a righteous fashion as I do, must continue the colors of my love and not retire. Let me have your goodwill.
Good mother, do not marry me to yon fool.
I mean it not. I seek you a better husband, Dr. Caius.
Alas! I'd rather be set quick in the earth and boiled to death with turnips.
Come, trouble not yourself. Good Master Fenton, I will not be your friend nor enemy. My daughter will I question how she loves you. Until then, farewell, sir.
Farewell, gentle mistress. Farewell, Nan.
Falstaff, back at the Garter, complains about his treatment as laundry.
Have I lived to be carried in a basket like a barrow of butcher's offal, and to be thrown into the Thames? Well, if I be served such another trick, I will have my brains taken out, buttered, and give them to a dog for a New Year's gift. The rogues, they slided me into the river as with as little remorse as they had drowned a blind bitch's puppies. You may know by my size that I have a kind of alacrity for drowning. I had been drowned. a death which I abhor. For the water does swell a man so, and think what I should have been when I had swelled. I should have been a mountain of mummy.
Mistress quickly enters, being sent by Mistress Ford.
Marry, sir, I come to your worship from Mistress Ford.
Mistress Ford? I have had Ford enough. I was thrown into the Ford. I have my belly full of Ford.
Alas the day. Good heart, that was not her fault. She does so take on with her men. They mistook their erection.
So did I mine to build upon a foolish woman's promise.
Well, she laments, sir, for it, that it would yearn your heart to see it. Her husband goes this morning a-birding. She desires you once more to come to her between 8 and 9. She'll make amends, I warrant you.
Well, I will visit her, tell her so, and bid her to think what a man is. Let her consider his frailty.
Mistress quickly leaves, and Ford, disguised as Brooke, enters.
Now, Master Brooke, you come to know what hath passed between me and Ford's wife.
That indeed, Sir John, is my business.
I was at her house.
Suspect you, sir?
Very ill-favoredly, Master Brooke.
How so? Did she change her determination?
No. Her husband, dwelling in a continual alarm of jealousy, comes in the instant of our encounter.
Did he search for you and could not find you?
As good luck would have it, comes in one Mistress Page, gives intelligence of Ford's approach, and they conveyed me into a buck basket.
A buck basket?
Rammed me in with foul shirts, smocks, and socks. Foul stockings. There was the rankest compound of villainous smell that ever offended nostrils.
How long lay you there?
I suffered the pang of 3 deaths. First, an intolerable fright to be detected. Next to be compressed, heel to point, head to heel, and to be stopped in with a strong distillation, with stinking clothes that fretted in their own grease. It was a miracle to escape suffocation, and in the height of this bath, when I was more half stewed in grease, to be thrown into the Thames and cooled, glowing hot in the surge, like a horseshoe, hissing hot. Think on that, Master Brooke.
In good sadness, I am sorry that for my sake you have suffered all of this. My suit is desperate. You'll pursue her no more?
Master Brooke, her husband is this morning gone a-birding. I have received from her another embassy of meeting. 'Twixt 8 and 9 is the hour, Master Brooke.
It's past 8 already, sir.
It is. I will then address me to my appointment. Adieu. You shall have her, Master Brooke. You shall cuckold Ford.
Falstaff leaves to go meet Mistress Ford, and Master Ford winds himself into a fury.
Is this a dream? Do I sleep? Master Ford, awake! There is a hole made in your best coat. This 'tis to be married. This 'tis to have linen and buck baskets. I will take the lecturer at my house. He cannot escape me. 'Tis impossible he should. He cannot creep into a pepper box.
Falstaff again tries to seduce Mistress Ford.
Mistress Ford, your sorrow hath eaten up my sufferance. I profess love and all the accoutrement, the compliment and ceremony of it. But, are you sure of your husband now?
Oh, he is a-birding! Step into the chamber, sweet Sir John.
Falstaff exits into the bedchamber, and Mistress Page bursts in.
How now, sweetheart? Who is at home besides yourself?
Oh, why none but mine own people?
Your husband is in his old loons again. He rails against all married mankind, so curses all Eve's daughters. I am glad the fat knight is not here.
Why? Does he talk of him?
Of none but him. I am glad Dad, the knight is not here.
I am undone! The knight is here!
Why, then you are utterly shamed, and he is a dead man.
How shall I bestow him?
Shall I put him in the basket again?
Falstaff appears in a panic.
No! I will no more in that basket. Can I not go out ere he come?
Alas, 3 of Master Ford's brothers watch the door.
Oh, what shall I do? I will creep up the chimney.
Well, there they always discharge their burning pieces. Creep into the kiln hole.
Where is it?
Oh, he will seek there on my word. And neither press nor coffer, chest, trunk, well, vault, but he hath remembrance of such places. There is no hiding you in the house.
I'll go out then.
If you go out in your own semblance, you die, Sir John. Unless you go out disguised.
Oh, good hearts. Devise something. Any extremity rather than a mischief.
My maiden aunt, the fat woman of Brentford, has a gown above.
On my word, it will serve him. She is as big as he is. Run up, Sir John.
Quick, quick. We will come dress you straight. Put on the gown.
Falstaff runs upstairs to put on the aunt's dress.
I would that my husband would meet him in this state. He cannot abide the old woman of Brentford. He swears she is a witch, forbade her from my house, and has threatened to beat her.
Heaven guide him to thy husband's cudgel, and may the devil guide his cudgel afterwards.
I'll appoint my men to carry the basket again, to meet him at the door with it as they did the last time.
Hang him, dishonest varlet. We cannot misuse him enough. Wives may be merry and yet honest too. It is not often we jest and laugh. 'Tis old but true.
While Falstaff puts the dress on, Mistress Ford instructs her servants to carry the basket again like last time.
Go, sirs, take the basket again on your shoulders. Your master is hard at the door. If he bid you set it down, obey him quickly. Dispatch.
Ford enters shouting.
Set down that basket, villain! Call my wife! There is a conspiracy against me! Now this shall the devil be damned! Oh, behold, what honest clothes you sent forth to bleaching!
Why, this is lunatics! This is as mad as a mad dog!
Heaven be my witness, if you suspect me of any dishonesty.
Well said, brazen face! Come forth, Sarah!
Ford starts pulling clothing out of the basket.
Are you not ashamed? Let the clothes alone!
I shall find you anon!
Evans and Page scold Ford.
'Tis unreasonable. Will you take up your wife's clothes? Come away now.
I empty the basket, I say! Plug the linen for me!
If you find a man in there, he shall die a flea's death.
Well, he's not here for I seek.
No, nor nowhere else but in your brain.
Help me to search my house this one time. Satisfy me once more. Search with me.
What ho, Mistress Page? Come you and the old woman down. My husband will come into the chamber.
Old woman? What old woman is that?
Oh, it is my maiden aunt of Brentford.
A witch. A queen. An old cousin and queen. Have I not forbid her from my house? She works by spells, by charms, by cloudberry. Now, come down! You witch, you hag! You come down this instant, I say!
Falstaff in disguise enters. Ford becomes maddened. With a club, Ford beats Falstaff, whom he believes to be the old woman of Brentford.
Out, you witch! You hag! You bitch! You polecat! You running! Out! Out, I say! I'll conquer you! I'll fortune tell you!
Are you not ashamed? I think you killed the poor woman.
Hang her, witch!
Falstaff runs for his life.
I think that woman is a witch indeed. I like it not when a woman has a great beard. I spied a great beard under a muffler.
Gentlemen, I beseech you, will you follow me? See but the issue of my jealousy!
The men exit, looking for Falstaff.
He beat him most pitifully.
Nay, that he did not. He beat him most unpitifully, methought.
I will have the cudgel hallowed and hung over the altar. It hath done meritorious service.
What think you? May we, with the warrant of womanhood and the witness of a good conscience, pursue him with further revenge?
The spirit of wantonness is, sure, speared out of him. He will never, I think, tempt us again.
Shall we tell our husbands how we have served him?
Mistresses Page and Ford tell their husbands the whole story.
And did he send you both of these letters at an instant?
Within a quarter of an hour.
Pardon me, wife. Henceforth do as thou wilt. I suspect the sun is colder than thee with wantonness. Now that thou understand in him that was late an heretic, as firm as faith.
'Tis well, no more. Be not as extreme in submission as in offense. But let our plot go forward. Let our wives, yet once again, to make us public sport, appoint a meeting with this old fat fellow, where we may take him and disgrace him for it.
You say he has been thrown in rivers and has been grievously beaten as an old woman. Methinks he should be terrors in him that she should not come. Methinks his flesh is punished. He shall have no desires.
Devise but how you will use him when he comes. Let us two devise to bring him thither.
There is an old tale goes that her and the hunter, sometime would keep her here in Windsor Forest, doth all the winter time, at still midnight, walk round about an oak with a great ragged horn, and there he shakes a chain in the most hideous and dreadful manner.
Why, yet there are many who do fear in the deep of night to walk by this hern's oak, but what of this?
Marry, this is our device, that Falstaff at this oak shall meet with us.
Well, let it not be doubted but he'll come. What shall be done with him? What is your plot?
Then Page, my daughter, and my son, and 3 or 4 of their growth will dress like urchins in berries, green and white, with waxen candles on their heads. Upon a sudden, as Falstaff, she and I are newly met, let them forth rush at once, and encircle him about and fairy-like, to pinch the unclean knight.
And till he tell the truth, let the supposed fairies pinch him sound and burn him with their candles!
The truth being known, we all present ourselves, dishorn the spirit, and mock him home to Windsor.
The children must be practiced well to do this, or they'll never do it.
My man shall be queen of the fairies, finely attired in a robe of white.
So will I go by. Oh, and in that time shall Master Slender steal my Nan away and marry her at Eton. Go set the Falstaff straight.
Nay, I will go to him in the name of Brooke, for he is to tell me his purpose then, I'm sure.
Fear you not that. Go get our properties and tribute for our fairies.
Let us about it, look you. It is admirable pleasures and very honest knaveries.
Page, Ford, and Evans leave. Mistress Page wants her daughter to marry the French Dr. Caius. She sends Mistress Ford away and gives an aside to the audience.
Go, Mistress Ford, send quickly to Sir John, to know his mind. I'll to the doctor. He hath my goodwill, and none but he to marry with Nan Page. That slender, though well-landed, is an idiot. The doctor is well-moneyed, and his friends potent at court, and he, none but he, shall have her. Though 20,000 worthier come to crave her.
A minor subplot has the host of the Garter complaining about being cheated.
Hue and cry, villain, go! Assist me, I am undone. Fly, run, hue and cry, villain, I am undone!
Fenton, Anne's love, speaks to the host.
Master Fenton, talk not to me. My mind is heavy.
Yet hear me speak. Assist me in my purpose, and as I am a gentleman, I'll give thee 100 pound in gold more than your loss. I bear dear love to fair Anne Page, who hath mutually answered my affections, so far forth as herself might be her own chooser, even to my wish. I have a letter from her, of such contents as you might wonder at. Tonight at Hearn's Oak must my sweet Nan present the fairy queen in disguise, and while other jests are afoot, her father hath commanded that she shall slip away with Slender, and at Eton immediately to marry. Her mother, ever strong against the match and firm for Dr. Caius, hath appointed that he shall likewise shuffle her away, and while other sports are tasking their minds, at a deanery where a priest attends, street marry her. To this her mother's plot she's seemingly obedient, and hath made promise to the doctor, and thus it rests that her father means that she shall be all in white, and when Slender sees his time to come to take her by the hand and bid her go, she shall go with him. Her mother hath intended it's better to denote her to the doctor, and for they must all be masked, in green she shall be loose enrobed, and when the doctor spies his vantage right to pinch her, the maid hath given consent to go with him.
Which means she to deceive, father or mother?
Both, my good host, to go along with me. And here it rests that you will procure a vicar to stay for me at the church betwixt 12 and 1, and in the lawful name of marrying to give our hearts united ceremony.
Well, husband, I'll to the vicar. Bring you the maid. You shall not lack a priest.
The final act begins with a series of short scenes. Falstaff, back at the Garter, complains about being cozened or tricked. Then Mistress quickly enters.
I have been cozened, and beaten too. If it should come to the ear of the court how I have been transformed, and how my transformation has been washed and cudgeled, they would melt me out of my fat drop by drop.
Sir, let me speak with you.
Oh, now, whence come you?
Two parties, forsooth.
Oh, the devil take the one party and his damn the other. I have suffered for their sakes.
And have they not suffered? Yes, I warrant. Mistress Ford is beaten black and blue.
Oh, what tellest thou me of black and blue? I have been beaten all the colors of the rainbow.
Sir, let me speak with you. You shall hear how things go, and I warrant to your content. Good hearts, what I do here is to bring you together. Sure, one of you does not serve heaven well that you are so crossed.
Mistress quickly tells Falstaff the plan.
Oh, prithee, no more prattling, go. I'll hold. This is the third time. I hope good luck lies in odd numbers. They say there is divinity in odd numbers within nativity, chance, and death. Away.
I will provide you a chain, and I will do what I can to get you a pair of horns.
Away, I say time wears.
Mistress quickly exits, and Ford, disguised as Brooke, enters.
Oh, now, Master Brooke. Master Brooke, the matter will be known tonight, or never. Be you in the park about midnight at Hearn's Oak, and you shall see wonders.
Went you not to her yesterday?
I went to her, Master Brooke, as you, like a poor old man, but I came from her, Master Brooke, like a poor old woman. That same knave Ford, her husband, he had the finest mad devil of jealousy about him. He beat me grievously. Since I played truant, I knew not what it was to be beaten till lately. But tonight, I will be revenged, and I will deliver his wife to your hand.
The scene shifts to Windsor Park near midnight. Master Page enters, giving Slender his final instructions.
Come. Remember, son Slender, my daughter.
I, forsooth, we have a nay word, how to know one another. I come to her and cry, Mum, and she cries, Budget, and by that we know one another.
The night is dark. Lights and spirits will become it well. Heaven prosper our sport. No man means evil but the devil. And we shall know him by his horns. Let us away.
Mistress Page gives final instructions to Dr. Caius.
Master Doctor, my daughter is agreed. When you see her time, take her by the hand and away with her to the dairy. And dispatch it quickly.
I know what I have to do. Adieu.
My husband will not rejoice so much at the abuse of Falstaff as he will chafe at the doctor's marrying my daughter. 'Tis no matter, better a little shame than a great deal of heartbreak.
Mistresses Ford and Page clarify plans before entering Windsor Park.
Where is Nan and her troop of fairies?
They are couched in their pit hard by Hearn's Oak with obscured lights. When they see the time, at the very instant of Falstaff's an hour meeting, they will at once display into the night.
I cannot choose but amaze him.
If you be not amazed, he be mocked. If you be amazed, he will every way be mocked.
We will betray him finally. The hour draws on. To the oak! To the oak!
Falstaff enters, disguised as Hearn the Hunter, with great horns tied to his head.
The Windsor bell has struck 12. The minute draws on. Now, the hot-blooded gods assist me. Love, set on thy horns. Oh, powerful love that in some ways makes a beast a man, and others a man a beast. When gods have hot backs, what shall poor man do? For me, I am a Windsor stag, and the fattest one in the forest.
Sir John, art thou there, my dear, my male dear?
My doe! Let the sky rain potatoes. Let it thunder to the tune of green sleeves. I will shelter myself here.
Mistress Page has come with me, sweetheart.
Oh, divide me like a buck. Each a haunch. I will keep the sides to myself, and my horns I bequeath to your husbands. And my husband, speak I like her and the hunter, as I am a true spirit. Welcome.
The disguised and masked fairies and hobgoblins descend on Falstaff.
Alas, what noise? Heaven help our sins!
What should this be?
Away!
Oh, well, I think the devil will not have me damned, lest the oil that is in me should set hell on fire.
Mistress Quickly, Anne Page, and Sir Evan lead the fairies and hobgoblins as they circle Falstaff, pinching him and burning him with candles.
Fairies, black, gray, green, and white. You moonshine, rainbows, and shades of night. They're pinched the night as blue as bilberry. Our radiant queen hates sluts and sluts.
Oh, they are fairies! He that speaks to them shall die. I'll wink and couch. No man their works must I.
Those peasants sleep and think not on their sins. Pinch them, arms, legs, backs, shoulders, sides, and shins. With trial fire touch his finger and if he be chaste, the flame will descend and turn into no pain. But if he start, it is the flesh of a corrupted heart. Vile worm, thou wast overlooked even at thy birth.
But stay, I smell a man of Middle Earth, and 20 glowworms shall our lanterns be, to guide our measure round the tree.
Heavens defend me from that Welsh fairy, lest he turn me into a piece of cheese.
Pinch him, fairies, mutually.
Pinch him for his villainy.
No. Pinch him and burn him and turn him about.
Till candles and starlight and moonshine be out.
After the song, Dr. Caius takes away someone dressed in green. Slender takes away someone dressed in white. All the villagers of Windsor step forward, and Page tries to calm Falstaff.
Nay, do not fly.
I pray you now come, hold up the jest no higher. Now, good Sir John, how do you like Windsor wives?
Now, sir, who's a cockhold now? Falstaff's a knave, and hath enjoyed nothing of force, but his cudgel and buckbasket.
Sir John, we have had ill luck. We could never meet. I will never take you love for my love again, but I will always count you my dear.
I do begin to perceive that I am made an ass.
Aye, and an ox too.
And these are not fairies? I was 3 or 4 times and thought they were not fairies, yet the guiltiness of my mind drove the grossness of the foppery into a belief that despite the teeth of all rhyme and reason, that they were fairies.
Sir John Falstaff, serve God and leave your desires, and the fairies will not pinch you.
Well said, fairy you.
And leave your jealousies too, I pray you.
Had I laid my brain out in the sun and dried? Am I ridden with a Welsh goat too? 'Tis time I were choked with a piece of toasted cheese.
Cheese is not good to give you butter. Your belly is all butter.
Why, Sir John, do you think that ever the devil could have made you our delight?
What, such a puffed man?
Old, cold, withered, and of intolerable entrails.
And given to fornications, and to taverns, and sack and wine, and to drinkings, and to swearings.
Why, I am your theme. You have me. I'm dejected. Use me as you will.
Yet be cheerful, knight. Thou shalt eat tonight at my house, while I will desire thee to laugh at my wife that now laughs at thee. Tell her, Master Slender hath married her daughter.
I doubt that. If Anne Page be my daughter. She is Dr. Caius's wife.
At this moment, Slender enters.
Oh, Father Page!
Son, how now? Son, have you dispatched?
I came yonder at Eden to marry Mistress Anne Page. She is a great, lubberly boy!
Upon my life, then you took the wrong.
What need you tell me that? I think so when I took a boy for a girl.
Be not angry. I knew of your purpose. Turned my daughter into green, and indeed she is now with the doctor, and they are married.
Dr. Caius arrives.
There is Mistress Page. By gar, I am cousin. By gar, I have married a boy. Un garçon, un page, and by gar, a boy. By gar, it is not a page. I am cousins.
Why? Did you take Anne Green?
Aye, by gar, and 'tis a boy. By gar.
Fenton and Anne arrive.
Pardon, good father, good my mother, pardon.
Hear the truth of it? You would have married her most shamefully, where there's no proportion held in love. The truth is, she and I long since contracted and now are so sure that nothing can dissolve us.
Stand out, Amaze. There is no remedy. In love, the heavens themselves do guide the state. Money buys land, and wives are sold by faith.
I am glad, though you have taken a special stand to strike at me, that your arrow hath glanced.
Oh, what remedy? Benton. Heaven give thee joy! What cannot be eschewed must be embraced.
When night dogs run, all sorts of deer are chased.
Well, I will muse no further. Good Master Fenton, heaven give you many, many merry days. Good husband, let us everyone go home and laugh this sport over by a country fire. Sir John and all.
Let it be so. Sir John, to Master Brooke you shall yet hold your word, for he tonight shall lie with Mistress Ford.
The end.
Hello, I'm Kate Connolly, President of the Lethbridge Shakespeare Performance Society. For the past 8 years, we have been presenting our Shakespeare in the Park productions in the Galt Gardens in the centre of Lethbridge, Alberta. But the COVID pandemic has put a stop to that, and like many other arts organisations all over the world, we have had to adapt. Next year, we do plan to be back in the Galt Gardens with a full-scale Shakespeare in the Park production. But in these COVID times, we are proud to present an online version of the Merry Wives of Windsor, one of Shakespeare's most light-hearted and farcical plays.